And welcome to our Living Cross service this morning. And so I'm going to ask our one child to come up here with me. Come on. This is the service that you get to lead, okay? That's right. The children of the church lead this service. Teaching you to be a leader in the church. Come on. Come on. Well, good morning. Happy Easter. All right. So it's the Living Cross, and I know you've heard this story a million times, haven't you? You have, a million times, because you're a million years old, right? Only 10, so maybe you've heard it like 7 times? All right, okay. So the Living Cross is obviously about the cross. And so we have this cross here, right? What happened at the cross, Aiden? Jesus died on the cross, that's right. They nailed him to it, didn't they? Which is a very painful way to die. And just it's an ugly thing, just like this cross is kind of ugly looking right now, isn't it? It's empty, it's bare. And when he died, they took him off the cross and they laid him in a tomb. You know what a tomb is? Yes. What is it? Yeah, it's a room. Yes, it's a room. It's a stone room, right? Yeah, they put him in there and they put a big stone in front of it. Why do you think they put a big stone in front of it? You think so? Oh, I think that him coming back was like no one in their wildest dreams would have ever thought that at the time. They put that stone there because he was dead. And it's like you keep dead things away from living things because dead things rot, don't they? And then they stink, right? So they put a stone in front of it, okay? All right. But what kind of person was Jesus that he would deserve to be killed like that? What kind of person was Jesus? He was nice? He was caring? Respectful. He helped people, didn't he? Yeah, yeah. So why do you think they killed him? Yeah. Sometimes they just do bad things, right? Sometimes we just do bad things, right? Right? There really was no reason for him to die, but sometimes, people don't like us. Even if you're nice, I know you're nice, right? And sometimes people do bad things to you, right? Yeah. And so that's part of the reason why we can celebrate Easter. That's why Easter is such a joyful day. Because you know what happened on Easter morning? He came back? Yeah? Yeah, Jesus was not just came back, he was raised from the dead. He was dead. He was dead, like dead. You can't get more dead than dead, right? And God gave him new life. And so, but some of the women went to the tomb that morning because they expected to find a dead body. They went to the tomb to anoint him, right? And they got there and they're like, first the rock was moved. It's like, oh my gosh, who could have done that, right? And then they went in and Jesus wasn't there. But there was a man who was dressed all in white was there. Who do you think that was? An angel, you're right, because it's like, who is dressed all in white and hangs out in tombs, right? Yeah, it's an angel, right? And so the angel is what? A messenger of God. Tells the other disciples, tells the women to go tell the other disciples that Jesus was raised, right? Right. So God had taken the cross, which is a sign of death, right, and ugliness. The cross has lots of signs, right? And changed it into something beautiful, a sign of new life, right? We wear crosses because they tell us that there's hope when things are bad. Right? There's new life is possible. Amazing things can happen because of the cross, right? God can change all the bad in the world to good. And it's so exciting. We also want to tell other people, okay? We want to tell them that Jesus Christ is risen, right? And so this morning I've told you this story, right? Even though you know it good enough, can you tell somebody else this story? Yeah. You've told little Charlie at home? You're going to tell him today? Yeah. Right. And to symbolize that I've told you, I'm going to give you a flower. And I'm going to say to you, Christ is risen. That's right. That's the response. You know, that response goes all the way back 2,000 years. That the people who believed in Jesus, when they would talk to each other, they would say, Christ is risen. Yes, Christ is risen indeed. That is followers of Jesus. That is our mantra. Our mantra. Christ is risen. Amen. So what we're going to do is you get a flower, right? Come up and you put it in this cross. Put the stems in this cross. And we're going to make it a living cross. So those of you who have flowers, come on up and put your flower in. Remember to observe COVID protocols and don't be on top of each other. Oh, I've got to go a little bit farther in. No, it's not wonky. It's just we need to get it through the backside so it doesn't fall out. There we go. Oh, boy. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. So, Aiden, you need to start telling people. You grab one of those plates and you walk around, and what are you going to say to people as you give them a flower? Christ is risen, yes. And I'll grab one. And Alyssa, you're going to grab one after you finish putting that in, and I'm going to say, Christ is risen.
Christ has risen indeed.
All right. Christ is risen. Okay. singing it out. And I told him it was 2:30. I got the shot at 2:26 because they give you that little paper to tell you how long you got to sit. Yeah. See, the hospital out in Rosedale. The hospital. Yeah.
I get the Macy's.
Yeah, because it's like you got to do everything online. And I'm not a computer person. So it's like you have one, but I don't mess with it. I can't even type. I never had a computer that was in school. So then I'm going to come up and help you.
Put some down here.
Have more in the back.
It's got a really fat bottom. We'll go through the whole. Because they're not used to it.
Alyssa,
Yes.
try getting some of those on the side.
On the side.
And that way that they can. How you want to come over here? How you doing, Blaine? Okay, how you doing? One day at a time. What's me?
Three more.
Nice, put them on the side at the top.
Right here?
Yeah. Okay, okay. Good. Listen, Miss Julian's coming.
Come on up, Nancy.
I was gonna say, is there someone at top on that side or?
Yeah, that's the good.
Yes, I can have the tray.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, I came in with my mask on, so I had it right on down. Honey, no, I thank you for your love.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.